What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Coinbase and MicroStrategy. I swear this pair has been requested so much that it genuinely makes me wonder if all of these accounts are the same person and they've just created multiple accounts to get this, or if really Coinbase and MicroStrategy are just that commonly requested pairs together. I mean, they are some of the bigger crypto stocks out there, right? Mining stocks be damned. These are pretty big crypto related stocks. So I don't know. Let's get into it. Let's stop doing this introduction and let's get into it, right? Coinbase and MicroStrategy at the request of Cal getting those requests, guys. But there's a few people. Shout out to Tammy or Tamile. Are you Cal? Are you the same? Because there's a few of you. There's other people that have requested it too. And Cal seems tenacious, man. I have a theory that Cal and the Determined are the same people, but I'm not 100% sure, right? They might just both be equally tenacious people with their requests. But anyways, guys, low here to high here. Come on now. Come on, you. 382 to 618 support. Is this right? Am I doing this right? Yes, I should be. Right. This is irrelevant to the fibs. I'm sorry. I drew a blank right there. I actually want what I want to see is the high to low, not the low to high. That's why I was drawing a blank. I want to see how this move is produced. Yeah. This is nice. Okay. 382 to 236 area, kind of below it, not the prettiest, but whatever. You're not showing the most respect all the way through, but at key resistance areas you are. Support, kind of willy-nilly, right? Just like this here, you went a little bit below the 618, but it's okay. Topping off in the 786, 886 zone, pulling back to the 618 zone. You look ready for new all-time highs. You really do. 182 right now, and I've said that about Coinbase before. People laugh. You want to laugh. I don't know why, man. All my Coinbase predictions, well, they haven't been all right, especially the short-term stuff. But as time goes on, things definitely seem to be going the way that we've been calling it, right? Coinbase is definitely on its way to new all-time highs. The minimum target of which you're at 182, I would expect is 871 bucks. Who knows if you got more than that? If we're looking at the total market cap being worth $45 billion right now, I mean, this thing, yeah, it could. It could go all the way up. I think it really could. Who's to say that by the end of this crypto cycle, it's not worth hundreds of billions of dollars in stock valuation? It could be. And absolutely, I'm with the way this is built up. I am in no way would I not see this thing hitting $171, right? I don't know what else to say with that. Weekly RSI looking kind of weak. Lower lows, relatively speaking, with higher lows, relatively speaking. That's a good look in itself, but relatively speaking, lower highs and lower lows is not a good look. Finding support at key areas, though, I don't think you go below that. You're at 182. If you were to move down, and you could, I wouldn't think you move down by much. Let's see. What's this low? Low to high. Yeah, maybe you're at 182, 183 right now. Move down to about 172, 160 at the lowest, but probably around that 172 to 166 areas where you're going to go. And then move up from there. Okay, that's Coinbase. Let's talk about MicroStrategy. MSTR, baby. I don't know why my voice is so raspy. I got to clear my throat out so much. I don't know what's up with me. I do know I just have asthma, but 230 is what you're at right now. Lower lows progressing throughout this week. The RSI, of course you moved up, right? We've already had our breakout move. Is this to new all-time highs? No, it's not to new all-time highs, but we're on our way. We are on our way, aren't we? Looking at this relative cycle high here from last February, or not last February, last cycle's February 2021 to the low of the cycle. You are reaching, you're so close, you guys, to that 1272. In fact, I don't see a scenario where MicroStrategy doesn't see this price target, right? And I genuinely believe MicroStrategy could be worth over $667 by the end of this cycle. I know that sounds crazy, but I mean, it's worth $46 billion in market cap valuation now. one of the like single largest custodial holders of Bitcoin itself. I don't know. I wouldn't say custodial. It might be custodial at some point. I don't know. But they just hold it. I mean, they're in custody of their own Bitcoin for their company. Maybe they're in custody of it for their shareholders. I don't know. Maybe custodial would be an appropriate word. Either way, they are one of the largest holders of Bitcoin. You know, seeing them go all the way up 200% to new all-time highs, that's not a huge ask, right? That's really not a huge, like not even $200 billion for the largest holding company that's publicly traded of Bitcoin. Uh, Dude, it could go higher. It really. You think, oh man, those weren't even accurate numbers. That 1618. There we go. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. 230 already broke above the 1272. Really holding support on that 886 there. There's no doubt in my mind that you would at least see the 1618 there, that golden extension at $539. And I see no reason why you wouldn't even go higher than that, right? If we take the all-time high back from the dot-com bubble here, back when MicroStrategy was not a Bitcoin holding company, from an all-time high to a all-time low, right? All-time high to all-time low. And it probably sees another one of these bubbles soon. It could be after this cycle, if not the next, but who knows. To be fair, though, the dot-com crash, there were a bunch of things that like lost value and never came back. Bitcoin's probably not going to lose its value. 2272 deep extension lining up with the 1272. 2618 deep extension lining up with the 1414. Yeah, MicroStrategy could genuinely be worth several $1,000s by the end of the cycle, you guys. I don't see a scenario where it won't be worth multiple hundreds of billions of dollars in market cap valuation by the end of the cycle. 5,000 seems crazy. I agree. It's a target, but I agree. 2,000 might seem crazy, but I don't think it is personally. 2,000, 2,400, something like that could be where you really go. You're at 229 now. You do have bearish divergence showing itself, but it's not there until this month closes red. If this month closes red, okay, you've got monthly bearish divergence. Until then, you're just growing, right? I don't think you have bearish divergence. What about this? What about this side or this side? No, even if you did, I mean, you didn't pull back technically, but no, I don't think it is. Weekly RSI got overbought. You're still overbought. Only moved down like 2% last week. A lot of volume. That is a lot of volume. Yeah, you probably pull back. You're at 230 right now. You probably pull back to 200 to 185. Somewhere in that zone. And then you move up. I don't think you'll hit 185. I think you'll probably hold 200 or just above there. And then up you go. It's a non-stop party, man. You might not even break below 220. But you're at 230 now. I think at least a little bit lower, but 200 to 220 is what I'm feeling at the lowest, 185, and then yes, higher to go to close out the end of the year. Again, those high targets I was talking about, those are end of the cycle targets, not end of the year targets, okay? End of the cycle is probably going to be sometime late next or middle next year. End of the cycle for MicroStrategy might be middle next year. But by the end of this year, by the end of 2025, I think you're at 229 now. There's no reason why you couldn't be $100 higher than you are, if not even up to that 540 area by the end of this year. So exciting things for MicroStrategy. Absolutely there are. Oh, and I think there's some of you that have actually requested that I do Coinbase and MicroStrategy. So I'm going to do that. I'll leave it in the title that I'm doing this because I didn't say it in the beginning, but let's just do it now, right? This will be Coinbase priced in MicroStrategy stock, okay? And basically, if this is going up, that means Coinbase is gaining ground versus MicroStrategy. If it's going down, that means Coinbase is losing ground versus MicroStrategy. So it's been losing ground, right? And so Coinbase is definitely the lesser of the two stocks. MicroStrategy is the better, which is interesting, right? Because yes, MicroStrategy they might hold more Bitcoin than Coinbase does, but Coinbase holds more crypto than MicroStrategy does, right? It's kind of interesting. But they, relatively speaking, they're both very similar in market cap, right? I forget MicroStrategy, it was like 40 something billion. Coinbase as well, I think, is 40 something, right? Very close. Like they're basically identical market caps. So you might see them grow in unison. As much as this chart has grown downward, technically speaking, I would actually think that it sees a little rebound, which maybe they don't grow in unison. Maybe Coinbase does grow faster than MicroStrategy over the coming months. Watch it just move sideways, and they do move in unison. If they move 100% together, this chart's just going to move sideways forever, which they very well could do, but probably not actually. Weekly RSI bullish divergence is showing its head, but it's not confirmed yet. Volume's picking up a little bit as you're moving down, but these charts are kind of obscure, so maybe don't weigh into that too much. Daily and weekly bullish divergence, yeah. Coinbase probably is, to finish out this year and going into next year, it probably does outpace MicroStrategy from here on out. So anybody holding MicroStrategy, if you're trying to flip things around, Coinbase might be a good one to get into. It probably does outpace it by the end of the year. Not by too much, but based on this, I say not by too much. Actually, it might be by a lot, man. By the end of the year, I mean, going into next year too, by the end of the year, maybe something like 50 to 70%. Going into next year, you might see something that's like closer to 100%, 120%. Outpacing it, yeah. Crazy. Crazy. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. If you liked the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.